Here we go. I need help.
I knew that.
A lot of Buckeyes.
Oh, with the Heisman voting?
Heisman voting. Now, I'm not allowed to divulge who I'm voting for, who I did vote for, if I did, in fact, do it. If I covered my bases, pretty much.
But people are now going to be watching your body language
Mr.
to see if
Heisman
you're
can't
giving
come
away
from Mr. Heisman can't come from Ohio City, where he was born, and take the vote away from me.
Yeah, I don't think so. But we'll judge.
All right, so we asked you who Les, that's me in the third person, who Les should vote for the Heisman. Glenn Berger says Joe Burrow, his completion percentage is off the charts. He's having an award-winning season at LSU. Melvin Stickle says Joe Burrow. He's from Athens, Ohio. Robert Moore says number 2, J.K. Dobbins, Ohio State. Dennis Chase and Alonzo Costanzo each say Chase Young. And Trent Harrop, I believe is the way it's pronounced, says, I trust Les to make the correct call. I like Buckeyes, but a dude from Ohio is cool also. That means Joe Burrow. Isn't that an interesting story that Joe Burrow was the quarterback in waiting at Ohio State, and then along comes the couple of different movements?
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be Joe Burrow, but I just think that Ohio State's got a couple of guys that are legitimate candidates, and they may end up, I don't want to say splitting the vote, but it may end up, regionally, there may be a lot of people in the South that just go for Burrow.
And Chase Young did not have a good game the other day, at least maybe he was doing what he was supposed to do, but he didn't. The statistics didn't pop off.
Yeah,
the
some
page.
people will just never vote for a defensive player. You know, I don't know if that's. I don't think that's fair, but that's certainly the way it goes.
All right, so let's talk about these guys. Harrow looks like a pro quarterback. Something.
Burrow.
Burrow.
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the game he had against Alabama, I thought was as impressive as any game I've seen a college quarterback have in a long time. Not only with his arm, but just making the right decisions and getting out of the pocket and picking up first downs when he needed to. It was really good.
78% completions, 66 yards. Look at that, 44 touchdowns versus 6 interceptions. And I know, and it's with Ohio State too, not just LSU, it's hard to judge who they're playing against because half the season you're not playing great competition.
Yeah, I mean, I like college football. I don't like it. I don't like the mismatch factor when it happens. You know, it happens more regularly, it feels, than big games come along.
Do you think Ohio State's coaches, meaning Urban Meyer before and Ryan Day now, do you think they're going out of their way to score as many points as they can, or are they going it easy on their buddies?
I don't know.
And what should they do?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but to me it's professional football without the salary cap, you know? I think these guys know that scoring a lot of points and winning margin is a big deal when it comes to voters, especially when it's close between a couple of teams. So, I mean, I don't like to see them if they're going to outscore, you know, Florida International or somebody like that, or the game against Miami, for instance. You're down 5-0 as Ohio State and you win 76-5. But when you're in a game against Wisconsin or Michigan State, you know, and you run up 57 points or whatever, I think you make your point.
Rarely do you hear 75 unanswered points.
Not often.
All right, let's take a look at Ohio State's quarterback, Justin Fields, see what's up with him. 189 completions and 277 attempts, 68% completion, 2654 yards. This one, I don't care who you're playing. That stat there, 37 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah, he's going to give up a lot in total yards passing in part because he's got Dobbins in his backfield.
J.K. Dobbins, look at him. Let's look at what he's up to. 250 attempts, 1657 yards, 19 touchdowns, 17 receptions, good for 200 more yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. So he had 21 touchdowns.
Amazing.
Yeah, pretty good.
He might even finish second in the voting.
Could.
I'm not looking for you to confirm that.
Do you think that? Yeah, we have our meetings every week in my basement, and we go over who we're each voting for, just in case anybody asks.
Aren't there about 600 of you select voters?
No, I believe there's 950 voters, of which about 50 of them. Would you say about 50 of them are winners who are still alive?
Yeah,
I think it's about 50. So they get a vote also, and they spread it around in various regions. I think Ohio has one of the biggest regions. I don't know what the number is, but it's one of the top 3 in region size. But I don't find out any quicker than you will as to who won.
You don't get a phone call?
They give me a star that I could stick on my forehead, if I did a good job and got the right one.
Oh. You are changing your look these days, so I can't wait to see how that meshes
Can
with
I
the
tell you
beard.
my one